theorizing that maybe Timor-Leste were drafting towards a different direction in the first phase, and then as soon as they got to the second phase, all right, what's the plan here, guys?
Oh,
how do we shuffle?
Woo! There you go, Chico guys.
Oh!
In, and the hook just secures the kill.
So much displacement, man. You could hear me cry inside. That is literally a nightmare for all marksmen. Being flickered ultied by Chico guys, no mobility access for the Beatrix, and then 2 hooks to lock you down.
If this was the case, you know what? Purify would have been a great option, but not going to be able to be usable for now. Therefore, ooh, Chico guys once more. No flicker means that no more things happening here for Malaysia, but right now they're at 4K gold lead almost. It's not even 4 minutes in the game.
Wow.
More than, yeah.
Yeah, Malaysia is doing so well, and I feel like we've seen this composition from other teams, but the pace that Malaysia is playing right now is
fast.
actually one of the fastest, or if not the fastest one.
So again, currently the record for men's MLBB in the Southeast Asian Games here is 10 minutes 27 seconds. Are we looking at possibly Malaysia breaking the record? I'm not so sure if they're going to do it. Because again, yes, Malaysia is dominant right now, 6-0, 4 minutes in, almost 4K ahead. But they're not converting much. Yeah, they're getting the kills, but they're not doing anything with it yet.
If you have to reiterate, you have to win games. You have to win, you have to win the team fights if you want to push turrets. You can't push turrets with just a Farsa. You gotta go up close and personal, and that's a problem if you don't have a marksman.
Yeah, Chico guys might be in trouble here.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful pin down, but where was the follow-up? Non-existent for Timor-Leste. That's a double kill for Izanami.
Chico guys was living on the edge there. You see how close he was to dying? If only Sorn missed by an inch, we would have seen a different story. It would have been a trade, and then an eventual 2-for-1. But no, I think something tells me, you know what? Chico guys is that kind of genius. He knows what was going on.
Yeah, he probably trusted his teammates too. And speaking of his teammates, look at Izanami. 3-0 and 5, 100% kill participation for this Farsa. It's going to be really scary once we see his core items pop up.
He was the MVP of that game against Team Philippines. So I hold Izanami to higher regard. I believe the items should show up sometime soon. Because again, we're approaching this last turtle of the game, about a minute and change.
Yeah, big commendation for individual performance here by Timor-Leste, but I don't see the teamwork yet, sorry to say.
Oh,
Soren?
Soren, very advanced, maybe
whoa, whoa, whoa.
anticipating the flicker here, but looks like it's not even going to be needed. Butterfly going down.
Here comes the cavalry.
Cavalry has arrived. It's a 3v4 on the top side. Mr. Toby diving in.
Oh my God.
Beautiful pull in. With a kick, Scotland just tearing everyone to pieces.
2-for-1 hook. What a hook coming in from Chico guys. You know, it's possible to do that, but it's really hard to land that into 2 people.
Yep, it's possible, but not often it's going to happen. And here, Malaysia showed us. And can I just say, in that last team fight up top, wow, Team Malaysia just making quick work here. Again, can I just say, they're using the rework King's Calling to maximum efficiency. Again, those dudes, the soldiers that Chico guys calls in, deals attack damage and can proc.
They hurt.
Yeah, they hurt. And let's remind the people with the passive of the Mincetar. Every
Boom.
4 or 5 attacks,
my God.
they do proc a stun. It does have a cooldown, but it's more than enough to keep you in place for more attacks from the shield bash.
And it hits multiple people. Oh man, it hits like a tank, man. And there's a good reason why it's on the gold lane right now.
Okay, so looking,
gold lead.
Yep. Look, I was about to say, looking at our comparison in fastest games in the tournament so far, I take it back. Maybe you know what? Maybe Malaysia can do it.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very close right now. Again, Loliet going down without a fight coming in from Malaysia. The dive in is not even gonna be useful. Mr. Toby should not have done that. Basically sacrificing himself over to the team of Malaysia.
Look at the pace that Malaysia is playing at right now. And Soren is just feeling it. He knows that this is their game to lose. But I do feel like they shouldn't be overconfident here. We have seen 8K gold leads diminish.
That's right. I was about to say, the way that Malaysia and Timor-Leste are playing this time around, the dynamic that they find themselves in, it might actually be to Malaysia's detriment because this is not how you play a game of professional Mobile Legends. When you're at the highest level of competition, you don't just randomly walk in the bushes. That's what I saw Gary doing. And now, look at this, they're forcing him in. I don't think even Sorn recalls and emotes as much.
Oh, he's diving in. He's pushing him back, but the pullback is just too strong. The damage from Team Malaysia is too much to handle.
Man, Malaysia's composition, they have burst from the Farsa, displacement from 3 people, the final slash, the iron hook, and another hook coming in from Chico Guys' Mincetar, plus the mobility from Gary. So much utility that they're abusing right now.
Can they even hold for 2 minutes? I don't know, man.
Yep, we're looking at possibly 2 minutes and 10 seconds from now for Malaysia to finish. And yeah, they're going to make a beeline for the Lord. Calculating. Yeah, something tells me they can.
It's going to be close, man. It's going to cut it close. But once more, I just realized the importance of game time. When we were talking about the possible tiebreakers earlier, remember, Omi? That's something that you have to think about in the back of the minds of the players here. Because if in the event of a tie, game time will determine who wins.
And so in that rush, what if Timor-Leste punishes? What if Malaysia forces it? They just break down. But again, that's a 12K gold lead you're looking
just
at.
as a last laugh kind of thing. Here.
Probably the biggest 9-minute gold lead that we've seen for today's broadcast of Seagames. And now they're going to secure their first Lord. None of the Timor-Leste squad people are in the vicinity. They're going to try to trade Lord for a turret. They might not even get that with Chico Guys already threatening to push mid lane and Sorn with a conceal.
Yeah, it's going to be quite useful to take that info, and even with the head-on check, Zorn basically unaffected. And they're not scared. Malaysia at this point can very much gauge the attack damage that's going to come from every member of Timor-Leste, and they know.
Yep, fellas, a minute from now. A minute.
1 minute. That's all you got to do. Beat that record. There's Filoon. He's spinning, but there's no one going in.
This is going to be crucial for Timor-Leste. Big defense. King's Calling already there to put a zone in this inhibitor turret as they take down the mid lane inhib for the side of Timor-Leste. They're going to transition to the top side, but the Blessing will stop it in its tracks.
Boy. Timor-Leste, they're just holding on, man. They're not giving anything away, even with the hooks coming in from Zorn, almost making his mark. And it's just a few seconds before we go for the record. I think they can't now, this time around. I think we can say for certain not probably going to break it in 10 seconds.
All right, the record stands, I guess.
It stands for Philippines.
All right. Good news for Timor-Leste is they have denied Malaysia that pleasure, but just the same, Malaysia are just also taking their time. Malaysia would rather...
Oh!
There it goes. One of the 2 hooks that you have to watch out for.
No.
Final snatch into Hitokiri. Just as an insult to injury. And there it goes. Oh, Felun.
And you can see it mentally speaking, right? Timor-Leste gets rocked. You saw that. Oh!
Flicker in. Not going to be necessary at all, but they go for it anyway. Spinaroonie for Felun here. And again, the damage is just not existent. The flicker in just for the swag.
Oh.
And that should be game.
What a nasty display of dominance for Malaysia. They just showed the world how Malaysian MLBB